Topalov 2, and in the first one, also in 94, we're back to Linares. And for Karpov, this was a legendary tournament. He put on one of the best performances of all time by a chess player. Like, you had great performances, and then you had what Karpov did in Linares. He was literally playing against the best players in the world all in one super tournament and didn't lose a game, basically beats everybody in the tournament. I think he had 2 draws, one of which was to Kasparov, who's the highest rated player in the world, and he just mauled everybody else. And in the process, he played this game, and this game is considered Karpov's Immortal, one of his best games. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And we get an English position. And nothing super out of the ordinary. And then right here is an interesting moment because Karpov elects to have this pawn structure. And I've been getting this pawn structure quite a lot, and I'm getting more and more respect for it. Used to, I thought this was a type of weakness, but when I've been working on my Alekhine text, this pawn structure's been coming up quite frequently, and also it comes up pretty frequently in the Catalan with white, the way I play. So respect that pawn structure. Bishop d7, queen d2, and Karpov does typical Karpov. He doesn't do too much in the position. I mean, the H-pawn wasn't doing anything, so let's tickle on the pawn structure. Takes. Knight c5, I mean, it's going to be an open position, so if we could get a bishop pair, that'd be awesome. Oh, we got a little lag there. What?
Wasn't black just now on a Sicilian dragon?
Oh, not a dragon. This is more of a, like, it's almost a hedgehog pawn structure. It's a common pawn structure, though. So we're putting pressure on the knight on c6. The bishop on g2 and the queen on d7 are both attacking there, so he's got to defend it. And here's that absolutely beautiful moment where it looks like Karpov is just putting pressure on c6, but notice how all of these pieces are on the queen side. It's as if the queen is the king being defended. And the thing is, when you relax too much against great players, they'll go, wait, if everything that's supposed to be defending your king is on the other side, then I'm going to attack your king. Rook takes e6. So he sacrifices a rook. And in the main game, Topalov didn't take it, but if he did, this is the type of line that we'd look at. He gets that piece back, and we make it to this type of endgame where white has the outside passed pawn that's going to be telling in the future, and it's an easy win. So after rook takes e6, Topalov played rook a7. Karpov will not be denied. You will take my rook. Check. And again, we will see Karpov run a master class in using imbalances. Rook takes. Check. And we've got knight and bishop versus 2 rooks. You so rarely see this. Just keep making it happen. And notice how even with the queen and rook, the only way that the queen could really do anything here is if it could attack on the long diagonal. Well, I got the bishop to stop that. Well, the other way that the queen could do something is if the queen and rook together could somehow attack the f-pawn. Well, I'm going to keep my queen defending it. So basically, if I have no weaknesses and I have a clear plan of using my 2 pawns to go up the board, make a queen, and then start trading down to win, we understand why Topalov had enough in this position and resigned. It's a very, very clean, straightforward game, and I just love this after rook c8. The beautiful, beautiful rook takes e6 sacrifice, which leads to this forcing continuation where Karpov just made it look easy.